Because ain't no sports going to be played for a long time, man.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
We hope.
Man, everything is shut down.
It's
NCAA tournament gets canceled. NBA season has been suspended. NHL, soccer, MLS, the baseball season has been pushed back 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, this is crazy, man.
Yeah, I don't know if it's crazy or it's just something we need actually.
Oh yeah,
you know, because we've just been coasting and everything's good, and
Thank you,
know, we're
Hatch.
just going through this life thinking that none of these bad things ever happen. Now that they're happening, some of the people are panicking, but some of the people are like, yo, we need this. We'll be all right in a couple months, right? It's gonna all go over, but we kind of need this to kind of recalibrate our our lifestyles, in my personal opinion.
It's a good opportunity to whatever you wanted to do, to say, oh, I don't have time. Because of this. So you got lots of time now.
Got 2 weeks to leave.
If you you want to be Bob the Builder and finally get that new porch or something, this is a good time. This is a good time to make it.
It's a good perspective. You were in New York with me in 2001, right?
Yeah.
So 9/11.
Absolutely.
And the season got stopped for a while or whatever. Yep. As an athlete, how does that play in your mindset when a stoppage like this happens?
I mean, for me, during the season, you don't want nothing to get in the way of your schedule. So you hate it as an athlete. But I think now, as far as the NBA athlete, at the end of the season for them, they probably like, because their body was getting tired, they were breaking down. I would love to have a month break at the end of the season, then kind of finish out the season and go into the playoffs. That didn't happen at the time of 9/11. It was beginning of the season. But as an athlete, I think you would welcome any type of break, as long as you know you're getting it back. Right. Now the college kids, that's a whole different thing because their season's canceled, right? They're not going to do their whole tournament, which is crazy to me.
Why is it crazy to you though?
Because you got to think about it. The money, number one, right, is ridiculous. So all the businesses that were, indulging in this experience over and over, like they're going to miss out. But really, the college kid, they don't get their senior year. They don't get to have a chance to win that championship, or even maybe some teams for the first time are going to make the Final Four or the Sweet 16 or the tournament period.
Like a San Diego State, they're a great story this year. That was who I wanted to see, play. And
the Cinderella story. Cinderella stories. Right? And this was the year, again, all the blue bloods was down, the North Carolinas.
So you could have saw.
You might have seen some smaller schools in there, but again, I kind of feel sorry for the kids who are invested into, like, this is going to be the run. Like, there were some championship locker rooms really, hyped up to make this run this year, and they're not going to be able to.
Well, Rob, the billionaire NFL owners are not happy at all.
No.
They're like saying, yo, they told the commissioner, and for the NBA, they was like, yo, we got to reevaluate this in 30 days.
Right.
So it's going to be a problem because they don't want to lose their money because guess what? They still get paid.
Absolutely.
So,
The players still get paid.
Still get paid.
Yeah, the guaranteed contracts.
Yeah. So what you think is going to happen, Big Rob?
I think that's why it took so long for the colleges, because they can't get it back.
Right.
They can't restart. And I think they're upset. Like you said, I think they're upset at the NBA because it was a trickle-down effect. Actually, it all 6 degrees of separation, it starts with Rudy Gobert. when he started that trickle-down effect, because the NBA, they were just going to play with, the no fans things. That was the issue. And then everybody else was going to say, that's cool, we can do that. No fans. Television money's still good, though. Advertising's still good. But once he, decided to mock it and everything, and decided he wanted to play Trump and think it was a hoax and everything, and they canceled it immediately, well, how does it look if the NBA canceled but MLB doesn't cancel?
Right.
If NHL doesn't cancel? Absolutely. And now the NCAA looking like, are we going to put 18, 19-year-old kids at risk when grown millionaires? We're not even paying these kids.
Which they were trying to do, though.
Rob, that was my whole point. I think the NCAA should have been the first to do it because these kids aren't getting paid. So you're going to put them at risk for your money, which they're not going to make.
Oh, we know the NCAA
and I understand,
is the mob.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, that's John Gotti who's running the NCAA right now because it's all about money. They don't care about the kids. The reason they don't want the kids to get paid is because they don't want to empower them. So if they're empowered, they say, hey, wait a minute, we know our work. That's what they tell black people all the time. You're like, black people's always the one that got to take the cut, sacrifice, do it for free.
Why we got
get the hookup.
Right.
They don't want you to know your worth, because once you know your worth, you say, hey, you got to pay me for this.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to do it for free, because I don't see my white counterpart doing it for free.
So why should I do it?
Why should I do it for free? So that's what the NCAA sees. They see a forming system where they can use it, and they're scared if they ever give them the power, which is, for some reason, NFL players still haven't figured out yet. You have the power. maybe you can get a little bit better at CBA, and that's the reason that the 12th man in the NBA makes 10 times more than an all-pro in the NFL.
Had you played in the NFL, what you say about that?
He's right.
Glad he said that, because I don't want him to TO coming down.
No, I mean, I'm trying to talk to as many players as I can right now. Like, if you don't hold out this time, if you guys don't get the guaranteed contracts this time with this CBA, you'll never get it. This is their only chance they're going to have. They have the most leverage. I've been saying this comment for about 10 years now, because I don't really think the NFL is going to be around in 50 years. Like, I just think it's going to start trending down at some point. It's going to start with youth, like 8, 9, 10-year-olds.
Because of the head injuries?
It's everything. Like I said, there's the head injuries, just injuries overall.
Right.
Again, there's so many more sports now. There's the soccer is the #1 growing sport in America. And you also have video games. Like, in 50 years, they'll be playing the same exact game in the exact same stadiums with 60,000 people on a video game.
Esports is huge now.
It's huge now.
Yeah. I've been
Those
to
arenas are huge. They in there, they rock.
And they got the fans. That's what surprised
me. They have a fan base already. And I think that's where it's going in 40, 50 years.
Wow. Man, let's go back to Gobert, man, because we brought that up. Because Gobert, we was talking about Rudy Gobert, the Utah Jazz, at his press conference. He was actually mocking. He was sitting there at the microphone.
But that was on Monday, though.
That was Monday,
because some people saw it today and said, well, how he go do that? He know he got the virus.
But he didn't know.
He didn't know at the time.
But the fact that this is what I'm talking about. He's there and he's touching everything. That's the player in question right there. And his teammate Donovan Mitchell has it now too. And they had to put a lot of teams that they played this month in quarantine. So it's affecting a lot of different people right there. But when you put a face to it, and I think that's when it kind of hit home for a lot of people. When Tom Hanks said he has Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, and now even Charles Barkley's putting himself in self-quarantine. That kind of puts it home when you see faces.
But isn't that sad?
It is sad. It's
That's
very sad
because we're not going to react until it hits home, right? So again, I don't need to worry about cancer until your grandmother has it, right? I don't need to worry about AIDS until your uncle has it. Like, that's the problem with the society, right? They've been giving us all these warnings and do this and do that. We do the same thing. We drive by the grocery store. I don't need to be like them, right? They're crazy. They trip and they don't know what's going on. Well, now it's right in front center. And now you want to react. It's always too late.
And as a country, we normally don't care about anything if it's not happening in America.
Right.
And even within America,
we still don't
unless
care.
it's happening to white America, they really don't care. So
some of us in the black community, we were just joking about it. It ain't happening to us.
We ain't got to worry about it.
Shit, you go ahead and cough all you want to. I'm good.
You cough right in my face. I ain't even tripping. Go ahead, cough in my face.
Is it in the air?
I'm trying to figure out where it come from, man.
It's weird because people are like, it's China's fault. And I'm like, I'm sure the disease didn't decide, the virus decided, hey, let's start in China first and just take a vacation around the country with it. I mean, so it's weird to me that people say stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying, Rob? God tired of us playing.
That's what I'm saying. It's the lifestyle.
He is, and he sends us them signs.
Yeah, he sends them signs, man. I'm like, I'm very spiritual. Don't get me wrong. I'm very spiritual.
Just because you sound like Bernie Mac, don't mean you're preaching.
I'm thinking Revelations. Comes back to me, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here?
I totally go.